Are you ready to participate in a Feldenkrais awareness through movement lesson? Or, if you'd like to watch the lesson quickly, click the white circled eye icon in the upper right corner. Otherwise, let's begin the lesson. The title of this lesson is Emphasize the neck curve with the head lifted. By the way, this lesson takes to extend and lift legs, which is a bit tough. If you find it so, please do the lesson titled as Emphasize the lumbar curve with legs extended prior to this lesson by clicking the white circled eye icon at the upper right corner.
Please lie on the back. Extend the legs and arms on the floor. Pay attention how far the lumbar area, or the lower back, is away from the floor. Now, slowly lift both legs together. There is no need to lift them high. There is no need to hold them in the air for now. Lower them once you feel they are lifted and the pelvis becomes heavier. Feel the pelvis takes more of your weight as the legs lift from the floor. Feel the legs move away from you down to the extension of the feet as you lift the legs. You may easily feel this if you lift them slowly. Meanwhile, try to keep the thoracic vertebrae on the floor. Do not let them be lifted from the floor. Thus, the lumbar curvature, or lordosis, is emphasized. Thus, you are supported at the pelvis and the thoracic spine on the floor. Leave it alone and rest with legs long. Now, lift the head toward the ceiling, not toward the belly. In other words, the head moves directly forward up toward the ceiling and return on the floor. Do this many times. Slowly, many times. Put it still. In other words, you may feel the neck extending backward, instead of bending forward. Feel you are leaning more on the thoracic spine as you lift the head. Do you lean more on the pelvis too? Leave it alone and rest. Now lift the head as before, or do the same thing again, but prohibit to lean on the pelvis any more than when the head is on the floor. That means when you lift the head from the floor, the thoracic spine goes backward toward the floor, but the pelvis stays more or less there. Try this. As you lift the head, intentionally push the thoracic spine, or the chest backward. This results, as the head lifts away from the floor, the chest going toward the floor, and the neck extending backward. Do this many times and feel neck, feel the lower back. Feel how they extend. Leave it alone and rest. Now, lift the legs together as we did in the beginning and lower them a few times. Now lift the head as we did a minute ago and lower them a few times. Now lift the head and keep it in the air and lift the legs in the air and lower the head and then lower the head. Lift the head and lift the legs and lower the head and lower the legs. Now reverse the order. Lift the legs first and then the head. And lower them in that order. Leave it alone and rest. Now lift legs and the head at the same time. Do this many times. Leave it alone and rest. Slowly stand up. Try to remember the feeling of the lumbar and the neck curve when you were lying on the floor and with the legs and the head lifted. The similar posture might be standing with the pelvis or the hip joints backward, with the head forward, with knees long as if to push the floor. Walk a bit while feeling the lumbar curve and the neck curve.
This concludes the lesson. Thank you.